Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Mike,
I'm B.
and we're your average characters.
Yeah.
Um, as you can probably tell, we are not in the studio today because I am very, very tired and don't couldn't drive to Henderson today. For those of you that don't know, B is in
Mhm.
Henderson and I'm in Summerlin. That's about a 30-minute drive, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm very lucky that I feel lucky that I could even get on and do the show today.
Poor guy. He was super busy with work today. So,
Yeah.
but as many of you are as well,
Yeah, I mean that's
I'm sure.
the average person's work. Actually, I don't know. It's like I was about to say the average person's working 8 hours a day, but I think the average person's working a lot more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Than
Easily
that.
more than 10. Easily.
Not to mention you take into account things like household chores and having to go to
Hmm.
doctor's appointments and
Yep.
stuff like that. I mean, it's exhausting, and we get
Hmm.
very little sleep as a
Oh yeah.
nation. Very
100%.
very little sleep. Um,
Hmm.
but um, but yeah, we're here, and yeah, we're gonna. This is our first time doing this on Zoom. We're gonna see how it
Hmm.
works.
Yeah.
As you can see, I have a Blue Yeti microphone, which is the
Yeah.
most popular microphone for podcasters. For those of you that don't know, and by the way, we are not sponsored by Blue Yeti at all. Although Blue
And
Yeti
we're
wanted
still
to.
not sponsored by Blue Yeti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not yet. I mean, maybe hey Blue Yeti, if you're out there and yeah, we can talk, sure. um, but anyway, I've been taking up all the time. How you doing, B?
Okay, I'm okay. Yeah, just crazy stuff going on. That's about it. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of crazy stuff. Where should we start?
Let's start with us, I guess, trying to conquest and take over Canada, apparently, and
Oh my
Greenland,
goodness.
and possibly even Panama. I
Yeah, what is it? Canada, Panama, and Greenland, I think are like
Yeah,
all
yeah. I
targets
mean,
here,
pretty soon it might
by
be
Emperor
Mexico.
Trump. I'm sorry, President Trump. There, sorry.
Oh no, no. I think it's a President Musk initiative.
Well, you
Let's
know
be
what?
honest.
I mean, you know, Greenland and Canada have a
Hmm.
ton of natural resources that,
Hmm.
I'm sure that, Musk and, his billionaire buddies would just love to exploit.
Oh, 100%. There,
Yeah.
I think it's an initiative from Musk for some reason. It just appears that way.
Yeah. Well, he knows all about, from, running that, emerald mine, like, just,
Exactly.
forcing his will, onto other people, among other
Exactly.
things.
But here's the thing, Mike. I
Hmm.
I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me because like if I was somebody who lives in Greenland and
Hmm.
got free healthcare, free eye exam, free everything, and also free education as well as free dental. I don't think I'd want to be taken over by a country that doesn't give any of that.
I can't imagine any country in any circumstance wanting to be taken over by the United States. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know I don't know if there's a country out there that's saying annex me.
Yeah, I know. I just don't see it. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be a different story if we had all of those nice things and we got taken from our taxes. And here's the thing. This is the thing that always confuses me. People who are so against like, oh my God, universal healthcare and stuff like that, like they're willing to pay like almost 10 times more money for their healthcare than if they just went ahead and had it a portion of their taxes. Like their taxes would only increase by like maybe 3 to 5%, and that's about it.
Yeah, we've demonized taxes so much in this country
Hmm.
that people, some people hear the word taxes like, no, no, under no
Yeah.
circumstances, because, we've had this, culture, brought on, by the right. And it was like any tax, for any reason is bad.
Hmm.
And, the
Yeah.
government can't do anything good. And it's like, yeah, because no other country has figured out how to make taxes actually benefit the
True.
masses.
True.
We
True.
figured out how to make the tax system benefit the billionaires.
Hmm.
Yeah, we do a great job with that.
Oh, We're amazing at that. Oh my goodness. We're amazing at making we're going to be the first country to have probably the first trillionaire and maybe the second trillionaire in these next 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Is that
something we should be amazingly proud of, along with the fact that we
apparently?
have, we have, continually growing homeless population.
Exactly.
People can't afford, health care or basic groceries or anything
Yeah.
like that. But, two people control
Well,
trillions of dollars. Yay!
yes. Woohoo! It's very depressing.
Hey, by the way, does this setup that I have look weird here? That you
No,
can't really
I
see
like
that you
it.
can't really see my mouth. I'm not sure this. I'm glad you can hear me, but I'm just looking at
Yeah.
my image here, and it's like, well, I mean,
Yeah,
here
you
I
can do
am. Oh,
that.
oh
There he
wow, it went
is.
out of oh wow, it went out of focus.
But you know what? The volume didn't change that much when you switch, so it's
Oh,
not that
really?
bad.
Like right if I go
Yeah.
over here,
Yeah, it's not too
if I go over
bad.
here.
Yeah, not that bad. Not that bad. Yeah, so you could just go a little bit to the left or to the right, you should be fine.
No, I don't want to go a little to the right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go a little to the left then.
And actually, if I if,
I
if I
I
do that,
concur
then
with
it
that.
then
I
then I'll have to
concur.
like bend my neck, kind of
There
like.
you go.
I'm still figuring this out. I have this
Yeah.
setting on here,
Hmm.
because this is a microphone that you're supposed to like speak sideways into, as opposed to like jumping up
Ah,
here and doing that.
right,
So I'm still figuring this out. And
right.
if Blue Yeti may want to sponsor us, and if they want to
Yeah,
tell me what I'm doing, if I'm doing something wrong here, please do.
there you go. I wonder if maybe I should get one of those, so then we can be like in unison with each
They,
other.
they're. This is awesome. This is the best microphone that I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Um,
I mean, but you can hear me okay, right?
oh yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
This is probably the one of the better Zoom calls that I've ever had in terms of quality,
Yeah. Hey,
wise.
we gotta love that.
Yeah, and knock on wood, the connection's going to be stable. I had to
There you
do a
go.
total reset of everything in my house the other day. I had to reset. I've got Google Home. I reset all the devices.
Yeah.
Reset my router, my modem,
Nice.
everything because calls were like dropping like flies,
Yeah.
on my work computer.
True. Oh man. Oh, then that's a pain in the butt. But
Yeah,
the thing
this
is
is
for
how we
you,
met, by the way.
yes. See, here's the difference. Like I live in near Henderson,
Hmm.
but just to let you know, I have a tower that's like super close to me. So
Mm.
that's why I usually never have issues, you know? So unfortunately for you in Summerland, you don't have as many towers yet.
Yeah, well, I'm out in
Yet.
the because I'm out in the mountains, so they're still
Oh, see, that
building
makes it
stuff.
even harder.
They're still building stuff
Yeah.
out here. Yeah, the view is great, but the
Oh yeah,
internet connection can be a crapshoot sometimes. But so
that's
far, so
true.
good. I've got my Wi-Fi on here. If it goes down, it's
Hmm.
supposed to go back. It's supposed to
Yeah.
fail over to the hardwire.
Right.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. I've got other way around. It's supposed to work.
Mm,
It's supposed to work.
yeah. See, that's why I'm a little bit more free. I don't need to have a microphone or anything, just because I have a tower right near me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I've got to, spend money on, all this expensive equipment just to sound decent.
Yeah. Hey, but you could always move over here.
Did you know what I found out
Yeah.
just recently?
Mm,
You can use, I did not know this, and I'm a tech
mm.
guy, and I
Okay.
feel like awful about this.
Uh-huh.
I have a Google Pixel 9 for my
Oh,
phone, and you can
okay.
use it as a webcam.
There you go.
Yeah,
So
you
you
can
could have
connect it.
used your wet.
And like
Oh,
the camera that I have on my phone. I mean, it's amazing the quality of like phone camera. Because do you
actually, the
remember?
phone cameras are better.
Yeah, do you remember when we were working on um, when we were testing out the equipment and we were looking at camera angles and
Mm,
setting stuff up, and
mm.
we tried my phone just to see
Yes.
what it would look like, what the shots would look like, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. True,
Yeah.
true, true. I agree with you totally. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
might start use. I mean, I'm using my computer webcam right now, but I might start using it for uh,
more,
for broadcast. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, if we do another Zoom, let's try it from that,
Yeah. The
you know?
what
That idea.
sucks, however, is I'm glad I got my phone when I did. I got it. Was it a month or
Yeah.
two ago?
Yeah.
Um, I I think it was a month ago. So,
Hmm.
um, because the phones are going to become unaffordable pretty soon.
Yes,
You know, I
unfortunately.
mean,
Yeah,
I
if
don't know what they're going
you
to do with all the resources that they plunder with from Greenland and Canada, but
yeah.
I'm sure it's not going to be, for making up for making things that is going to be affected by the tariffs in China. If that,
The interesting thing is, I would rather. I liked what is it, the Green Party person over in Canada was saying. Hey, I think it's a great idea. Let's go ahead and annex California, Oregon, and Washington State to Canada. That's not a bad idea. You
every
know,
time a Republican wins the presidency, somewhere along the
mhm.
line that's proposed.
It's proposed,
Like,
but no, but the thing is, this one is being proposed by somebody outside of the U.S.
yeah,
And it was done more as like a retaliation against Trump for saying that he wants Canada to be the 51st state. So
yeah,
it's more as a response.
right.
So it wasn't from us. But I mean, to be honest with you, I'm totally cool with that because I wouldn't mind having free health, universal health care myself,
Oh yeah, I mean
here
that
in the
would be.
US.
I mean, I can learn the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah.
Go Canada. Let's do it.
And they're so much happier than we are.
Yeah,
They consistently rank higher than we
mhm.
do in terms of
Yes.
happiness.
You know which country has the highest happiness index?
I'm going to guess it's either Denmark or Finland.
You're pretty close. You're pretty close. European countries, I think you're correct on that. But the one that they actually do a happiness index is it's the one right above Nepal. You ever heard of that one? It's got the dragon as its symbol. It's really, really cool country.
Should look this up. And you're saying this is the
Yeah.
happiest nation on earth?
Happiest nation on earth. And they're actually a carbon negative country as on top of that. Like the biggest carbon negative country.
I just Googled it and it said Finland.
Well, it's got the dragon.
And you said it's north of Nepal?
Yes.
Bhutan. Is that how you say it? Or is it
Yeah,
Bhutan?
I say Bhutan. Yeah, actually Bhutan sounds right. You're
Oh, B.
correct, Bhutan.
Well, it says one of the happiest countries.
Yeah, it is. It is. But they actually do a happiness index. That
Hmm.
they do that as part of their to see how they're doing as far as the country is concerned. Is that
Hmm.
interesting? Wouldn't that be something that'd be great to have it here in the US?
A happiness index?
Yeah.
We
I
have a
mean, I think.
misery index.
Oh, and that misery index is only going to get worse. I know.
Yeah. The rate of inflation along with the rate of unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice like I mean a lot of places are getting like people are getting laid off or something. Did you notice that?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, after the H-1B visa,
Hmm.
debacle, Musk laid off, a bunch of techies.
Because he wanted to have cheaper labor through H-1Bs,
Yeah.
which is not a very good thing when you're thinking about America
Hey,
first, right?
as a techie myself, this
Mhm.
type of stuff, worries me. And I'm sure it
Yeah,
worries the average, person in tech as
yes.
well. Like,
Oh, 100%.
what
Yeah, I mean,
happened to America
I'm worried
first?
and I'm in tech as well.
Yeah, that's
What's that?
right.
I'm sorry.
What happened
Yeah.
to America first?
Yeah, that I agree. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is what they call America first. It's Donald first, I guess, or it's Musk first. I guess that's what they mean
Yeah,
by
like
that.
what's good for Trump and Musk is shitty for
Good.
everybody else.
Yeah, but that's apparently the equivalent of America first to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So
it's all a scam.
it's the dude. I one thing I notice now is I feel like U.S. has become a country that loves grifters. Did you feel that way?
Well,
Like, I mean,
grifters
think
sure
about
get a
it.
lot of
So many
attention.
grifters.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, think about it. Musk, if you look at Musk's origination and everything, he did a lot of underhanded things to get where he became basically. Like to get where he's at right now, he had to do a lot of underhanded things, you know? It wasn't like a few underhanded, it was a bunch, you know? So,
Yeah.
and he was supposed to be like the big savior when it came to doing what do you call it? The new Hyperloop and then, making it so that we can get on Mars and we could do all these kind of things. He's a big
Yeah.
hype person,
Yeah. What
but
the heck
really no
happened with all that?
substance. I don't know, man.
What the heck
Yeah,
happened?
it gets, I guess it gets whitewashed somehow.
Somehow it's like every, almost every billionaire plot or
Hmm.
idea,
Hmm.
what it comes down to is killing jobs.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Being,
and and
improving the bottom line and putting people on, unemployment,
mhm.
unemployment.
Increasing the wallet, decreasing happiness.
Yeah.
I
And raising the
mean,
misery index.
yes, yes. It's all about raising that misery.
Yeah. But I'll tell you,
Very depressing.
something's got to give here. Something has
I
to
hope.
give. I don't know what or
Hmm.
when, but
Hmm.
something's got to give here because we
Yeah.
are seeing, I mean, we're in like the second Gilded Age,
Oh, 100%.
you
Oh yeah,
know?
100%. I just see my problem is I feel like right now I'm not sure if it's reversible after whatever number of years is going on. If this continues. I just don't know if it's reversible because there's going to be a lot of damage that's going to happen, and the damage is going to be basically to workers' rights are going to be like curtailed big time, right? Because when you curtail workers' rights, then you have stronger bottom line for the owners.
Right.
So that's going to be a big problem. I don't know if we can reverse that once it's done, you know?
I
And I'm
think,
not sure if we can reverse, I mean, our effects on climate changes, I mean, it's going to be even worse than it was. I mean, and it wasn't even that good even during Democratic administrations, but it's going to be even worse now,
climate
because
change,
more regulations gone.
yeah, climate change, I think, is the biggest concern because we are, I mean, and there
Mhm.
are some, good, genuine scientists who have, stated that it may be too late, for us to
Yeah.
reverse the damage, but it is still
Hmm.
possible for us to avoid doing further damage. It just depends.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is
I
where
mean,
having the
yeah,
guts, to do something like that, to
that's
stand
true.
up to big oil and, the carbon polluters and all of that.
I mean, it's at least we're lucky we're in Nevada right now instead of California after all of those wildfires.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
unbelievable.
it's not good. But I mean, it's only gotten worse. That's the thing. Like each year, it's been worse and worse, and our summers have been hotter and hotter.
Right. Oh yeah,
And
we
people
got,
don't realize it
record temperatures here in Vegas.
exactly. I mean, we have record low temperatures too during the
Yes.
winters now. So it's. I mean, we usually get decent cold, but now we've been getting pretty much a lot of cold lately, if you notice. So yeah, it's doesn't look good, man. Doesn't look good. And you seen on the East Coast, oh my goodness, they're having record freezing freezing climate. But the thing is, people don't realize it when we say like that's why they got rid of the term global warming, because they used to keep that word global warming. But the
Hmm.
thing is, they it technically was climate change because it's extremes of the climate is the problem. So
Yes,
and we're definitely doing that. So
absolutely.
it's yeah, I hate to be on a negative note on that, but
Well, the only silver lining that I see, and I don't know what this is going to
mhm.
mean, is
Mm,
that things, next 4 years, things might get so bad that
mm.
there is no choice but to do a hard left. Kind of the way, like historically,
Accelerationism.
things were so bad during the Depression
Mhm.
that we had to
Yeah.
make a hard left, and we went with FDR over
It,
Herbert
it, it's
Hoover.
it's amazing like how it happens every 100 years too.
Yeah. Well, there's been a consorted, I mean, even after, during FDR's time, there was a
Mm,
consorted effort to try to undermine everything that he did. And,
mm,
like Trump, could wind up being, the final, nail in the coffin because, so many
mm,
things, that, FDR and JFK and LBJ, stood for,
mm.
has been, it keeps getting, chipped away at and undermined
Oh yeah.
along with,
Oh yeah.
other things, like human rights. But it's like, will I guess the question is, will the masses ultimately stand for it? And it seems like at least some of the masses on the MAGA side are already voicing their dissent with going back to the H-1B, stuff. Um,
Here's the thing. I love your optimism. I love that a lot. To be honest, I love that. I just don't see it, man. There's so much in a cult like atmosphere that basically they only care about one thing. Whatever Trump says, they go with. They'll pretzel themselves into whatever it is that he does and say this is the right thing. So I would love to believe that, and I pray that that's true, but uh, evidence has shown the contrary so far.
I hear you.
You know, So I hate to be the pessimist in this in this discussion. I love your optimism, man. It's really weird because like you're usually the pessimist sometimes, and I'm the
Yeah, this is
optimist,
true. I'm
right?
I'm usually the Debbie
Yeah.
Downer, actually.
hmm Yeah.
I think a part of it is
Mhm.
for me, it's kind of a mental health thing
I
because
think it's good. I think
I
that's a good thing.
I can only I can only hold on to a negative perspective for so
Mm,
long
mm,
before it starts to become so detrimental to me that it makes it difficult to even function. So even though sometimes like what I think is
mhm.
may not necessarily reflect reality, either, on the positive end, or the negative
More
end.
negative.
Um,
Mhm.
it's kind of like my mind trying to protect me,
Yeah.
you
You
know?
know what? I kind of wish sometimes I had that kind of Michael optimism sometimes, you know?
And I don't know, I don't know if it's part of my,
Uh-huh.
part of my being on the autism spectrum, but
Hmm.
like, or just I'm trying to rationalize or
Is
be,
there is there an initiation process on getting into that autism spectrum?
well, I was diagnosed, well, yeah, I can talk a little bit about this. Um,
Yeah.
so I was initially diagnosed with just depression when I was 10,
Uh,
and then I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 20. But none of
Interesting.
the doctors that I ever saw ever
Hmm.
asked about my social interactions.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
because
then,
you're so like they talk about that autism speaks, right? But
yeah,
I mean, if you're on the spectrum of autism, you speak very well. So
yeah,
that's
I'm not a
you
big
know,
fan of I'm not a big fan of Autism Speaks, and I'm sorry if this
yeah.
is going to cause some
I
controversy,
don't even
but
know. I don't even know what it's about, to be honest, that whole but I that's the only time I heard of autism before.
yeah.
Before you talked about it was that. So I mean I to me, I
Well,
mean, I just feel my brother was shocked when you said that you were on the spectrum.
my guess
So
is that you guys had a more traditional view of what autism is.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if you had, I mean, one of the reasons I wasn't diagnosed, earlier was the criteria when I was younger was very strict. And,
Oh,
now they recognize it as, as a spectrum disorder that it can
okay.
vary. And I actually wasn't formally diagnosed. I'm 42 now. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 27,
Oh, wow.
which is,
Wow.
kind of late in the game. And the doctor that, he did like a whole inventory,
Hmm.
on me. And yeah, and honestly, once I got the diagnosis, I felt
Hmm.
like I had gotten the keys to my brain. It's
Oh,
like, okay, now this is why I am the way that I am. This is why I do the
oh,
things that I do. Um, and it was so it was very liberating. Um,
yeah.
I still it still irritates me when like I misread something or I don't pick up on a social cue or something like that. But at least I have an better understanding about why why it is that I'm prone to lecturing why it is that I have stimming behaviors. I guess, sometimes, I feel that it's disabling. Other
Hmm.
times, I feel it's kind of, empowering. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I don't fit the classic criteria. I'm not,
No, definitely not.
by any stretch of the imagination. Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it pisses me
people who
off
are
and it pisses me off that Elon Musk thinks he's on the autism spectrum when in fact he's far more of a sociopath, but I've said that
then
before.
then actually
Yeah, it's like I do not want to consider him to be a spectrum sibling or whatever.
Spectrum bro.
No, no,
You're
well,
like,
he's a
no.
bro, but
A,
um,
a billionaire
but no,
bro.
like,
Billionaire bad guy.
but yeah, like I don't know like how else to approach
Mm.
I mean the sky is literally falling. I mean,
Yeah.
look
You
at
know, it's interesting now. I feel like Elon Musk has become kind of like, have you watch Simpsons, right?
yes,
The
I haven't
more and
watched it in a
more,
while, but I used to be a huge fan of it.
oh, nice, nice. The older he's getting, he kind of looks like he's going to become like Montgomery Burns. He's going to be like, excellent. I could see him doing that very soon, you know? He's just getting more and more like whenever I see him, I'm like, Montgomery Burns is happening in real life. And I don't know. Like the other one that looks crazier is okay, this is my question to you. Okay. Do you think Trump will actually serve his full 4 years?
I'd give it about 50-50.
I
And
would
by
have
the
to
way,
concur with you.
I just got a 10-minute warning on this. So by the
Oh,
way, folks, we are doing this through Zoom.
uh-huh.
And the benefit of this is that it cuts us off about when we would normally end the episode anyway.
Yeah, there we go. There we
Um,
go.
but yeah,
Hmm.
I would say we're at about 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
agree with that.
I think, if he doesn't fill his term, it'll be because he dies. Um,
Right, right. I think it'll be more on the dementia side because the thing is he's president, right? So they'll do whatever it takes for the body to keep on going.
mhm.
But when it comes to the mind, you can tell that he's got major dementia. He can't complete words as well. All those kind of things, right? So
It'd be
you can kind of
interesting.
see that's happening.
It'd be
What's
interesting
that?
if his cabinet, if they came to it, if his cabinet had the guts to 25th Amendment out of there.
They won't
But
do
I
it.
doubt it.
They won't do it. Zero chance. Zero chance. I'll give that. If I had to bet that on Polymarket, if I could, I'd say there's zero chance of him getting any type of impeachment in any way, shape, or form. 0%. So, yeah, but I think like because I don't know, like, have you heard of like how dementia works?
Um, I have some familiarity with it. I mean,
Hmm.
not like,
No, no,
I'm
no,
not
not
an
going
expert
through
or
it, but I'm
anything
just
in
saying,
it,
like,
but
have you read about it or whatever?
some, not a whole lot.
Okay. I mean, as far as I read and things, and I could be wrong on this, eventually your body forgets how to breathe, and that's how you typically die from dementia, apparently.
Mm,
So, I mean, it's just regular functions go away. So that's why like Alzheimer's and stuff is so like such a bad disease is because it's the beginning part of that eventual ending. So I don't know how Alzheimer's people actually pass away, but I think when your body forgets how to breathe, I think that's a good circumstance of how you actually have a good chance of passing away.
mm.
So, but that's speculation. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I need to do more research on that.
Well, The
But
Simpsons predicted Trump's demise.
they did. They did. So,
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
they are possibly foreshadowing it.
they're probably foreshadowing. Yes, yes.
Yes, The Simpsons did
Oh,
predict a fair number of things.
did you? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think the heir apparent will be Don Jr. like people are thinking. He just doesn't have the
No,
he just doesn't have that it factor. He
no,
doesn't have it.
and Vance doesn't either. I mean,
Yeah,
Vance is a
neither one.
I don't know what word to
I don't know.
describe Vance. He
Yeah.
he
I don't know who
exists.
will. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is I mean, the amazing thing is now I mean, this is what I told everybody, like at least in my family and stuff like that, who are non-Trump supporters, right? If going forward, anything bad that happens, it's Trump's fault. That's it. That's all you say. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's
Blame
fault. All right. It's
Trump. Blame
yeah,
Trump.
like if I miss a spare, I'll be like in bowling, I'll be like, oh, it's Trump's fault. I'm just gonna go with that. It's Trump's fault, you know? What do you think?
Imagine that, husband comes home late and his wife says, "Where have you been?" And the husband says, it's
It's
Trump's
Trump's
fault."
fault. It's Trump's fault.
But, boss tells me, "Hey, I thought you were going to have that project done today. It's Trump's fault."
It's Trump's fault. That's right.
"Hey,
The
you're walking out of
default.
the store without paying for that. What are you doing?" "It's Trump's fault."
It's Trump's fault. You know what? You know what? We should get like this thing. It's called the Trump fault button. You know how they used to have the easy button?
Yeah, it's
Trump
Trump's
fault
fault.
button.
It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault.
It's Trump's fault.
There's only 5 minutes left in this meeting. It's Trump's fault.
Gotcha. It's Trump's fault. See? Trump's fault. I'm cheating
Uh,
on my wife. And then you're like, oh, it's Trump's fault. He did it too.
uh,
So moral of the story from this episode for everybody, if you
yes,
have any issues, it's Trump's fault. That's it. Just
it's
leave it at
Trump's
that.
fault.
It's Trump's fault.
Oh boy, where are we
Uh,
at? We got about 4 minutes and 30. We got about 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
gotcha. Gotcha.
Um, anything else? Anything else we should cover here?
I think, do we already discuss about how, what was it, Transformers 1 is very much related with your Wicked movie?
Oh, yeah. I think we talked
How,
about that when we were doing
you
some
know, this is great.
like.
Look at this. Think about this, okay? Remember, like, this is we're having something in reverse of this happening. You know how like people are good friends in the beginning and then they become really bad enemies at the end, which is similar to how Megatron and Optimus Prime, they were great friends at the beginning, become big enemies. And then also in Wicked, how like the Wicked Witch of the West and the and what was it, Glenda, they were like good friends at the beginning and then they became really big enemies. Now, all of a sudden, after the Jimmy Carter thing happened, it looks like Trump and Obama were having a good conversation and they
Oh
might be
yeah,
becoming friends.
I don't know what that was about. I saw a photo
Yeah.
of that.
So I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's also you can actually think about it like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump used to have been really good friends. Now they hate each other. So that happens in real
Oh
life
yeah,
too.
Chelsea Clinton and
Yeah.
Ivanka Trump used to be like joined at the hip.
Super close.
Yeah.
Are they not friends anymore now?
No.
Oh, wow. But did you notice Ivanka is not involved in the administration in any way, shape, or form?
Now that you mention it, hadn't thought of it.
It's kind of interesting. I'm like, huh,
I wonder why.
just saying, you
Yeah, who
know?
knows what's going on? That whole family is fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, the whole situation's screwed up anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, any cool movies that you or series that you're watching?
No, I haven't done anything or seen anything since Squid Game,
Uh,
the
I would, if
the
you get a chance,
parable to what we're dealing with right now.
yeah, if you get a chance, watch Shogun. Shogun is really good.
Shogun. Is it on
Shogun.
Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Oh, I don't have
It's an
Hulu.
FX series. It's basically about feudal Japan.
Mm.
And it was really good. I mean, the actors are phenomenal. And the only thing is, are you good with subtitles? Are you okay with
I don't
subtitles?
have Hulu.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Don't worry about it
Yeah, I'm
then.
fine. No, I'm fine with subtitles.
But but
I'm
but
glad
I
they
think you
dubbed.
can.
I'm glad they dubbed Squid Game. But if they didn't, then I would have been okay with the subtitles.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a friend of mine, she's like, oh no, if there's too much subtitles, I don't want to do that. Then it's like I'm reading a book.
Well, speaking of reading things, I am reading the clock, and we are at the 1 minute mark. So
All
uh,
right.
I
All
am going to
right.
say that we should get ready to adjourn. Um,
Yes.
to all of our viewers and listeners out there, thank you very much.
Yes.
If this is your first time listening to us, we hope that you enjoyed it. We hope you'll come back.
Hmm.
And if you've been listening to us since, well, we're only on episode 2. So if you've been listening to us since then, since episode 1, we'll hope you continue listening. And please like and subscribe and turn on
And remember,
notifications. Yeah.
yes.
And
And
remember,
remember, it's Trump's fault.
it's Trump's fault.
It's Trump's fault.
Take care,
All right.
everyone.
Take care. Have a good day.
Have a good one.